Assalamu alaikum, I'm Aisha and you're watching SAMAA News. Here are today's headlines.
Iran's President Pezeshkian has had separate meetings with Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif and President Asif Ali Zardari during his day-long visit to Pakistan. He arrived at the Prime Minister's house in Islamabad, where he was welcomed by Shehbaz Sharif with an honor guard. The two leaders had bilateral talks with senior Pakistani officials, including Field Marshal Asim Munir and Foreign Minister Ishaq Dar, also participating in discussions. Earlier, Pezeshkian met President Zardari, and the two leaders discussed bilateral ties, regional peace and security. President Zardari expressed hope that the ongoing Iran-US negotiations would lead to lasting peace. Earlier, Iranian President Pezeshkian had a meeting with Chief of Defense Forces Field Marshal Asim Munir in Islamabad, where both leaders discussed regional developments and ongoing peace initiatives. According to the ISPR, the Iranian president praised Pakistan's role in promoting dialogue and stability, while both sides reaffirmed their commitment to closer cooperation and regional peace.
US President Donald Trump insists that Iran has agreed to allow nuclear inspections long into the future, despite statements from Iran that it has not done so. He wrote in a social media post that Iran has fully and completely agreed to highest-level nuclear inspections that he claimed will ensure nuclear honesty. He added that if they did not agree to this, there would be no further negotiations. Iran has denied it had begun discussions on its nuclear program or agreed to invite International Atomic Energy Agency inspectors back to the country. President Trump has once again warned Iran that he will do what I have to do if Tehran fails to abide by its interim agreement with Washington. Speaking to reporters, Trump said negotiations were still underway and the United States would monitor how the situation develops. He also claimed the Strait of Hormuz was now completely open and that Iran's frozen assets would be released to buy US commodities. However, the Iranian media said Tehran is under no obligation to purchase agricultural inputs from the US under the current MOU.
Meanwhile, commercial shipping through the Strait of Hormuz has started showing signs of recovery following the US-Iran memorandum, with traffic rising to more than 20% of pre-war levels. Data indicates oil and fuel shipments are increasing steadily as vessels gradually return to one of the world's most important maritime trade routes. Iran has declared a 3-day public holiday in Tehran ahead of funeral ceremonies for former Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei. Authorities say farewell events will begin on July 4th, with the funeral procession taking place on July 6th, before burial ceremonies later in the week.
Lebanon heads into a new round of talks with Israel in Washington, with Beirut determined to press ahead with direct negotiations. A Lebanese official was skeptical that any tangible progress would come out of the negotiations, which are set to last for 3 days. He said there remains a fundamental problem of trust between Lebanon and the Israelis in these talks, as the former cannot fulfill the latter's demands. Lebanon has said that one of its key goals in the talks would be securing an Israeli military withdrawal, but top Israeli officials have said that troops would remain in southern Lebanon indefinitely. 6 people have been wounded in Russian airstrikes on Ukraine overnight, while Russia's ongoing fuel crisis deepened into parts of Siberia. According to the local governor, the strikes came in the wake of a Ukrainian attack on a plant producing electronics for missiles in Russia's border Voronezh region on Monday that killed 5 people and injured dozens. Meanwhile, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has sought support from Western allies for a peace deal, while also pushing for fast-track admission to the European Union. 40 people have drowned in France over recent days as they sought to cool down to escape record heat as a heatwave swept across much of Europe. Britain, Italy, Switzerland and Spain were also sweltering in extreme heat, with record temperatures in some regions disrupting schools and transport networks. According to the World Meteorological Organization, Europe is warming at more than twice the global average, making such prolonged heat episodes increasingly likely. That's all for now. For more updates, visit www.samaa.tv. Thank you for watching SAMAA News.